and evolved from a closed fist to an open hand. People who know him say the Crown Prince never slowed down.
Since that time, I think he's just, as my mother would say, kept his nose to the grindstone and moved on. He's just kept doing what he thinks the country needs to succeed. And people have come to accept that one incident doesn't describe the man or the country. I mean, you just look at Joe Biden. He called them a pariah, and now he seems to believe that pariah is the pillar for the U.S. security strategy. I mean, he's involved in trying to bring Israel and Saudi together.
The King of Saudi Arabia also holds the title custodian of the two holy mosques, Islam's two holiest sites, Mecca's Grand Mosque and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. For religious conservatives here, the Crown Prince's changes may be coming too fast. But with roughly 70% of the country under the age of 35, younger Saudis are fully embracing the vision.
Every day is a blank canvas with the Saudi youth. They're painting pictures that we've never imagined could be possible more than 7 years ago. So this is just the beginning. We're about to see more and more potential being unlocked, and we're very adamant to make this transformation count.
And there's buy-in in the population, especially the young people.
Yes, everybody's familiar with Vision 2030.
Look out here. Shot taken. Go!
Football, soccer in the U.S. is an obsession here, providing a new sense of national identity. And nothing supercharged that more than Saudi Arabia's surprise World Cup win over Argentina.
A stunner, one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history.
Minister of Sports Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki was in Qatar for the game.
We were just afraid not to go out with the humiliation from Argentina, but when we saw the performance and we won the match, it was a dream. I was like, that day, spent the whole day trying to pinch myself to see if it actually happened or not.
Did it change how people looked at the program?
100%. Yeah. Yes. I mean, for us, everything made sense then. That all the investment that we're putting in reflected in our performance of our national team throughout the 2 years or 3 years prior to that. And that's what we want.
You can't get Ronaldo to play on the national team.
I wish we could, but we can't, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll have a new Ronaldo for the future from Saudi.
The Saudi football club signed world-famous Cristiano Ronaldo to a 2.5-year contract, reportedly worth more than $220 million. Add that to an F1 Grand Prix race and the Formula E Championship. And now a growing stable of live golfers who are playing their own tournaments, but also merging with the PGA Tour. It is a lot of money. People look at it from afar and I think say Saudi is buying sports. And the critics say this is sports washing, trying to enhance your reputation. Well, how do you respond to that?
Well, I respond with the facts, and the facts showcase that we have numbers of participation has gone up, and that's what we want as a country. When we invest into something, we want the return in our kids to grow loving these sports. Even our national teams, in 2017, we had 32 federations. Today we have 97 federations in different sports and different activities.
Operating with the Field of Dreams premise, if you build it, they will come, Saudi Arabia is creating massive new resorts, tourist destinations along the Red Sea, and an area called Neom. His Excellency Ahmed Al-Khatib is the Minister of Tourism, who joined us from the UN General Assembly in New York.
Tourism is the forefront of Vision 2030. We are unlocking this sector. We have doubled in the last 2 years. We will double in the next 2 years.
Doubled in the last 2 years?
We revised our targets. We revised it up to 150 million visits, domestic and international, 70 million visits international by 2030. We will achieve 30 million this year out of the 70 million international visitors. And Brett, this is before the Red Sea start, Neom, Qiddiya, and Dir'iyah.
Saudi is also building new state-of-the-art cities. The most ambitious and futuristic of them, the Line.
Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The Line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And the Line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in zero carbon emissions.
The Line in Neom, is that really going to happen?
Oh, 1,000%. It is going to happen. Actually, the construction started.
When you look at these images of these futuristic places that are being built and envisioned, everything from the Red Sea to Neom, the Line, you tell people that's real, that is tangible, it's going to happen?
We have an advantage. We are building a new city, and it is easier to build something from scratch rather than to transform something. If you want today to transform a big city like London or Paris or New York, it's very difficult, because this city was built over many decades. It will be the example of the future city where anyone would love to live there and experience how the future living will look like.
While all of the new projects are designed to diversify the Saudi economy away from oil, they have to be paid for. And while the kingdom is making significant investments in green energy, oil is its lifeblood. I'm sorry to miss you in Saudi Arabia, but thank you for joining us from Calgary. Energy Minister Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman zoomed in from the World Petroleum Congress just after addressing the Saudis' recent oil production cuts with OPEC plus countries, including Russia.
We are not price-driven. We are more or less stability-driven. We're not siding with anybody. We're siding with our own national interest. We're trying to protect our economy. There is huge ambition. We need to secure that ambition. If we achieve 70 or 80% of what is the ambition, it would be like within less than 10 years, the amount of transformation that we will be going through is way beyond what we have done in the last 80 years.
Which brings us back to where we started. Saudi Arabia is on the move, behind a hard-charging young leader who is constantly buzzing.
It is a beehive. Everybody's working 24/7. We are continuously being challenged.
We are running very fast to catch up with him, honestly, and to deliver to deliver his vision.
24 hours. 24 hours on demand, on call. We're working every day, no weekends. And but, the beauty about it is that we feel and we see the change that is happening.
As I sit down with His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, what do you think I should ask him?
But ask him, when is he going to get his minister to have 8 hours sleep for 3 days consecutively?
Our next guest tonight was named #1 on the list of the most inspiring business leaders in the Arabian business world. Jerry Incerillo is the group CEO of the Dir'iyah Gate Development Authority here at Dir'iyah. He talks with us about what makes Saudi Arabia and this specific place particularly unique.
Well, this is a very special place because this is the physical birthplace of the kingdom and the ancestral home of Al Saud. What you're looking at, this mud city, is 300 years old. And in the famous oasis of Arabia, Wadi Hanifa, 30,000 people came and settled here 300 years and built the city of mud. So this is the source of national pride and a source of Saudi identity. This is the birthplace of the kingdom.
It's also a major project. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yes, but because this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, we didn't want to treat it as a amusement park, a theme park. So in the vision of His Majesty the King and the Crown Prince, we are embarking on a 14 million square meter master plan, leaving the UNESCO site pristine, and building a city that can take 100,000 people, 20,000 residences, 38 hotels, 9 museums, so we can attract 100 million people to come visit the kingdom.
And it's all walking.
Yes, this will be the largest cultural heritage, pedestrian-friendly cultural city in the world. And with that, that's why we put all the smart city infrastructure underground. With this project, this is the only certified platinum sustainable project of 3 kilometers. So it's all very environmentally friendly, all smart city technology, but down below. Because when you're up top, you want to feel like the city was 300 years ago to protect the Saudi rich culture and heritage.
So that really feels like what the Crown Prince is about, touching back to the heritage and the history, but moving forward with the technology and the young people.
Yes, you know, this is a very young nation. The median age of this nation, and it's, you know, it's 32 million people, is 29.2. Today, which we have 2,000 employees, 85% are Saudi. 36% of our staff are Saudi women. But the Crown Prince is a young leader, a young global leader. He feels you can't be optimistic for the future unless you're grounded in your past. You have to feel proud of who you are as a Saudi.
So what's an Italian kid from Brooklyn doing in the home of Islam?
Yes, it's an amazing opportunity, and what an honor. You know, coming from poor families, I started working in hotels in 1967, and I got lucky. I've been very blessed with assignments all over the world. There's a few things I know. I know hang out with young people because they're positive and it's infectious. But this is a rare opportunity because this is a rich, authentic culture. We say there's only one Diraya because what that means is this is the birthplace of the kingdom. This is authentic. You know, I've done a lot of things in my career, Atlantis, and, you know, some of the stuff was fantasy. We had to make it up. This is authenticity. This is a culture that's 1,000 years old, and with the Crown Prince's vision, I want to take what I've been blessed to do all over the world, create gathering places that are festive and inclusive, empower the next generation, which the Crown Prince wants. He's given us all the resources to build a $63 billion project.
Time out, $63 billion with a B.
Correct. But of that $63 billion, in my entire career, I've never had the budget I've had for training and development of all the Saudis. And not only that, in expertise that we did not have. We were not in the entertainment business, tourism business. We were not in really culture and heritage, even though we had it. We weren't experts in design. Let us attract the best and brightest from around the world to help us on our mission. So the Crown Prince gives you every resource except one, sleep.
Because he works nonstop.
He works an 80-hour week, but he cares. In all the meetings, he walks into a meeting, Salam alaikum, how's everybody? He will not start a meeting. How are your families? You finish a meeting, give my best to the staff, send my love.
I've seen it. I've been here a number of times. I've seen the transition, the transformation. But when you hear criticism of the kingdom, how do you take it?
We're not naive. And I say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to match whatever criticism or negativity I hear with the positivity of welcoming people and creating festivity and joy. We opened up the UNESCO World Heritage Site in December of last year. We've already had 1 million visits. Everyone that leaves say, today is emotional, but I had no idea how warm and welcoming the Saudis were. This makes us very happy. So will there be criticism? It's human nature. Will there be obstacles? It's human nature. You know, the Crown Prince also says, we will rejoice in our victories.
The king has the title of custodian of the 2 holy mosques. That is a huge thing, a huge responsibility. It seems like there is a change in identity a little bit from the religious conservative past to kind of a more future-looking young people. Is that a fair assessment?
It's a very fair assessment. Prior to 1979, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was a moderate country, moderate Islamic country. Now, we are blessed because the king is referred to as the custodian of the 2 holy mosques because you have the 2 cities of Mecca and Medina. Now, pre-COVID, we welcomed 16 million people for pilgrimages. Now, under the Crown Prince's vision, there's giant master plans in Mecca and Medina to allow 30 million people to come on a pilgrimage. This is phenomenally good news. But instead of them coming from a pilgrimage and going home, now you can go all around a beautiful country and see all the different tourism things.
There's this picture of you in 1998 and then you now. So you've seen this transformation. How do you explain it?
When I came here, we had no Ministry of Tourism. He created a Ministry of Tourism. We had no Ministry of Culture. He created a Ministry of Culture. We had no Ministry of Sport. He created Ministry of Sport. So everything with the Crown Prince is quality of life. But he's a very strict environmentalist, and you have to do everything very sustainable.
You were a great hotelier. You bounced around. You built some amazing places, and you know tourism. So as you're teaching these young people, what's the one thing you're telling them?
I tell them, serve with all your heart. Now, we have a saying in my family that man gives awards, God gives rewards. If you serve with all your heart and see service as nobility, welcome people, create atmospheres of joy and festivity, the rewards will come, the salary will come. So what I say to the young people, in today's Saudi Arabia, dream big, because with the Crown Prince, the only thing that stands in between you and your ambition, man, woman, doesn't matter, is work ethic, passion, belief in yourself, and belief in the great future of 2030.
That big model, you came up to that because why? You wanted to be able to show exactly what was going to happen?
If you look at that model, when His Royal Highness and I sat down, today it was 400,000 square meters. It's 14 million square meters. Why? Because he said, if you add this, will it make the quality of life better? If you do that, will it attract foreign investment? Well, then the master plan evolved and became what it is now. And today it will be one of the great gathering places of the world and will cater to 100,000 residents that will work, play, recreate, learn, live 20,000 residences, all with a high quality of life.
You touched on the museum in there, but there is a family tree that basically paints the whole picture of the House of Saud.
Yeah, it's the largest royal family in the world. The Saudis have spent a ton of money educating the society. And what I'm very proud about, at Dadeya, we have over 36 members of the royal family, mostly young. They don't see being part of the royal family as an entitlement.
If you talk to somebody in the U.S., they haven't been here, little skittish about coming to a place like Saudi Arabia, not sure what they've heard in the past, what would you tell them?
What I learned about tourism is go see, and you know the great singer Sting, he says we may not share the same ideology, but we share the same biology, right? So for everybody in America, come, make up your own mind. Everybody's welcome.
So you truly believe that Saudi can be a big tourist destination? If you build it, they will come.
The proof of me believing that is that I don't have to be here. I choose to be here, and this is true. You know, of the 2,000 people at Dadeya, I'm not being cute when I say we don't see it as a job. We see it as a calling. We see it as a mission. This is a beautiful country. So I think spending 50 years in tourism, I've never been more excited as I am now, and my principal reason of excitement is the young, fabulous people I work with every day, and to contribute to the Crown Prince's vision.
Our thanks to Jerry and Cirillo for that. Final thoughts and a preview of my interview with the Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. Next.